thank you, both of you. And I was looking forward to this flavor session to learn everything about it.
Oh my God.
So for the audience, I don't think Hema and Gurnish needs any sort of introduction in the baking world, very well-known people. So here they are to talk us about everything about flavors. Any questions that you may have, please type it out, and we will take them as and when Gurnish can and Hemaji can answer. Like they type out the questions on the chat. We forcibly muted everybody,
Okay.
and once you've presented, let me know. I'm happy to read out the session.
Okay.
Yeah, and somebody's asking, can we have a recorded video of today's session? Yes, it is being recorded and it will be available, and you can view it even on our Facebook page as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stay on mute, and you guys can kick off. Thank you so much again to talk everything about flavors. And yeah, we look forward to your session.
So good afternoon, guys. Thank you for joining us here today, and we hope you are all safe, and please take care of yourselves. It's bad times right now, so please stay indoors, stay safe, and take care of yourselves. And thank you to the Home Bakers team for inviting us for this session over here today. We wanted to, there are a lot of things that people keep asking us privately on private messages about flavors, and there is a lot of doubts that people have about it. So today we decided to come here and share whatever knowledge we have of it, and we'd be very happy to answer to all your questions once we finish the session. So now Gurnish is taking over, and he will be explaining about flavors to all of you. So,
Hi everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you to Home Bakers for arranging this session. So I'll start with a small PPT here, just to give you an idea of what are flavors and whether they're safe or not. Most of the things will come in the question answer session, but let's just have a look at a PPT first, and just give me a moment to start that, please.
You just need to click on share screen.
I know. One second. Yeah. So this is done, and this is the PPT. Okay. Now,
so can you see it?
Can everyone see this, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is, let's start. So a little bit about us. We started as a trading company in the year 1919. Now what is the Pakistan area in Rawalpindi, and re-established in New Delhi in the year 1950 after partition. We started a company called Red Club in 1965 to start making soft drink concentrates. That was a main area of expertise till 1993, when we started FAB to make food flavors, and we were mainly doing water soluble flavors till the year till 2010, when we started making oil soluble flavors. So started oil soluble flavors in the year 2010, premium in 2016, launched Evaporex in 2017, and natural extracts and natural flavors in 2018. Okay, now what is a flavor? In a layman's term, this is a little bit of a scientific thing, but it's basically when you put something in your mouth, you kind of smell it. So, and that is what identifies the product for you. That maybe I've put an apple in my mouth, or an orange in my mouth, or any other fruit like a strawberry. The taste profiles of everything are, your tongue can taste only 5 basic tastes, which are sweet, sour, bitter, salty, umami, which is the savory, and there are some cultures which include a chili thing, which they say that's another kind of a taste, and a fatty taste, which is oleogustus. So that is why, by how do you identify a food? It is through that smell, which is through that flavor of the product. Sometimes we also feel when our nose is blocked, and we can't smell too much, so we put something in our mouth, and we always say, taste nahi aa raha, you can't taste the thing so much. So because that your sensory perception is dulled, and you cannot smell those things, so that is how you don't get to smell this thing. Okay, now as you all know that in India, the flavor industry and any food industry is being regulated by FSSI. So FSSI permits the use of flavors in most of the foods, barring a few which is maybe one or two items like breads. They don't allow flavors to be added, the commercially available breads that you have. So
So FSSA, I would like to add a little bit here, is that amongst the baker community, like the home baker segment I'm talking of, not of the industrial segment, they are very well versed with the laws and stuff like that, and the strictness about it. But a lot of home bakers, and I see a lot of food people, home people making food from home and stuff, are very skeptical about the food laws in India. I have to tell you guys that food laws in India are one of the best in the world, and they are very, very, very strict about things. Believe me when we say that the inspections that we have in our units and factories, not us, everybody under FSSAI is like goes through a rigorous process of checkings, and procedures are in place, and there are very heavy fines on people who are not following the law. So like a lot of times people think that in India, sab chalta hai. It does not happen in the food industry. They are pretty strict about stuff, and this is one thing that I want to clarify with all of you, that be it our factory, or be it anybody related to food, most of the people comply by the rules, and those who are not and they get caught, they are very, very heavily fined. So it is very silly on anybody's part to try to try to do a shortcut in this, because it is going to be very heavy fines for them then.
Sorry, one correction I needed to do. When I say breads and I say no flavors, I tell you there are no artificial flavors around, but you can add natural extracts and natural flavors to breads very easily.
But that is for the industrial one. At home use, you
can do anything basically. So this is a little bit about what are flavors made of. So like everything what we have, every food is made out of chemicals. In the end, everything breaks down into proteins, amino acids, carbohydrates break down into alcohols, and give you energy. So till now, over 7,000 volatile compounds have been identified in foods. So, and approximately about 1,500 are used in creation of nature identical and natural flavoring. So we'll come to this segment next, what is the difference between nature identical and natural. But in overall worldwide, there are over 4,000 approved ingredients which you can add in flavors and make this. And besides the nature identical and natural, there are about 400 to 500 materials which have not been identified in food but are still permitted, and if you add them into your food, you would have to call it an artificial flavoring. Okay, now natural flavors. In India, we have three kind of classifications of flavors. If you ever read a label of a food like a biscuit or or a soft drink or anything, they will have to mention the kind of flavoring that has been added into that product. So a natural flavor, it'll say the product, it'll say whether it has a natural flavor, it has a nature identical flavor, or it has an artificial flavor. Okay, now just means natural flavors could be a natural extract or a mixture of an extract with some natural chemicals and a natural solvent. So anything which has been obtained naturally, whether it's an extract or it's a chemical which has been obtained through a natural process and is labeled natural, and the solvent which should also be natural. So if you have made a product, a flavor out of that, we will label it as a natural flavor. And a natural extract is could be an essential oil or an oreo resin, but when we say it's a natural extract, it has to be derived from the named plant. It cannot have any other addition. The only thing it can have is a natural solvent, and that's all to it. Now, then we come to the nature identical flavors, which is the most popular flavor category within India right now. Most, companies are changing over from artificial to nature identical, and artificial is still permitted because, artificial is something which makes a product a lot heat stable, and, you get compounds which give you a note which is much better also at times. So nature identical flavors are very similar to natural flavors, but the compounds added in it, or let's say the flavor chemicals added to it, may not be produced naturally but have been found in nature. So that is a very important part, that these compounds or the flavor ingredients or the chemicals we add have to be discovered in nature for it to be labeled nature identical. And when we come into the artificial flavors, like in the previous slide, we had mentioned that, there are about 400-500 products. I'll just give you an example that, most of the vanilla flavor comes from the vanillin in the pods. But we also have a compound called ethyl vanillin, which has not been found in nature, but is very popular in artificial vanilla flavors. It's much stronger than vanillin. It's much the heat stability is better. So a lot of vanilla flavors will have that kind of a product in their ethyl vanillin in their flavor. Now, natural flavors versus artificial flavor. Now there is a big debate. We as a company, we don't make a difference. It's a customer's choice, whatever they want to do. But regarding the safety of artificial flavors, we can assure you that there is no problem. All the chemicals are manufactured under controlled conditions. The purity levels are tested, the toxicology studies have been done, and only the products which are passed by the governments of various countries, like in US you have a JEFCA and you have FEMA, and Europe you have Council of Europe doing those research. Now FSSAI also till now doesn't have a list of permitted chemicals, but they are on the process, and as an industry we've been a lot of us have been communicating with them, and the studies are on, and I think by end of this year they will have a list of their own also. But right now, as as a conscious company, we are following the list of permitted chemicals from Europe and the US. So, and another thing with natural flavorings is it depends a lot on the natural, like if it's an extract, it'll depend a lot on the natural crop. So every time the crop quality varies, you cannot have a very standardized product with natural. The chemical purity of natural chemicals is slightly lower than the ones which are made in a lab, and or I would say a nature identical or an artificial chemical. Then for natural extracts, there is a lot of while growing, if it's not an organic, a lot of pesticide residues could happen, could not happen. But there is a lot of
You can switch the screen a little
Yeah.
for people to see you also.
Toxicology share for you.
Actually.
Okay, so there is a thing, but in the end, it's your choice on what you want to use.
So over here, I would like to also add a little bit that again, as Gunish said, that lots of people. Can you switch the screen for a minute for me? No, the share.
I'll have to stop sharing.
Stop share.
Okay.
So, guys, I know reading all that material and it was getting a little this thing without seeing the faces sometimes. I just wanted to say that lot of things, a lot of people are a little skeptical about natural and artificial. के बीच में what is the difference, and artificial है, synthetic है, chemical है. These words are mostly used by people to say. So chemical क्या है? Chemical, everything is a chemical that we consume. पानी जो आप पीते हो, that is also composed of chemicals. So everything that is chemical is not necessarily bad. We are all a chemical composition basically, right? But having said that, I will also say that it's not like कि खाने में आप जो डाल रहे हो, it is going to be some sulfuric acid being put in your food and it's going to destroy your system or something like that. All these chemicals are edible chemicals. Even the fruits have chemicals in them. They're composed of chemicals. To get that flavor in the fruit also, you have chemical composition. So we are doing that same composition to get the smell in the of the actual product. So suppose it is a lemon. So how does a lemon smell? We break down the composition of the chemicals chemicals that compose it, and then we make that composition again at our labs, and we try to come close to the fragrance of the natural product. So that is what a flavor is basically. And secondly, see, there is no harm in either the natural one or the artificial flavor. But having said that, I would say for a minute that the artificial one might be safer rather than the natural one, because in the natural product you do not know what pesticides while growing the crop. Suppose it is a lavender or a vanilla growing. So when we are putting those actual products in our extracts, that time we do not know what kind of cultivation it has come from and what all it has absorbed during that process. So it is as good or as bad, or as, I mean, if you see it like that, everything could have a contraindication, whether it is a natural or a chemical composition. So uh, uh, let's not like keep going into this debate again and again. And this is what the clarity we wanted to do by coming face to face with you guys, that it is as safe or as unsafe as any other chemical composition could be done. Okay. And please take that fear out of your heads, and please take that thing, because that sometimes even the flowers that you use, it could have had come out from a pesticide zone or something like that. For you never know. Then again, a non-vegetarian concept is also there, where people think that are they grown in those places where it is there is no other animal this thing gone into it, the any kind of fertilizer of that kind has gone into it or anything like that. So there are a lot of things that natural products could have also. Having said that, we will also again say that for us, whether it is a synthetic product, artificially made product, or whether it is a natural product, we do not discriminate between our customers. For us, we will make products for everyone. So whether, if you want, it's your choice. If you want the artificial flavorings, yes, you'll get those. If you want natural, you'll get those from us. Also, something like a bubble gum or a rasmalai a little bit, yes, we can,
Or a
because
butterscotch.
it's got spices in it, so we could create a little bit natural. But something like a bubble gum or a
Butterscotch.
butterscotch or something, it's not a natural product. not found in nature. Okay, so it's not it's not like any herbs. So extracting that would actually make no sense. You know, putting a bubble gum and then putting some kind of solvent to extract that is not making sense, okay, to anyone. So that extraction process would be quite silly to do. So only there are some there are restrictions on how many natural extracts you can get or how many we can make. We cannot make all of these kind of things, right? Yeah, but natural flavors we can do using the natural chemicals to make a natural flavor. Okay, instead of artificial flavors, we can chemicals, we can use natural chemicals to compose a natural flavor. Okay, but again, that will become very expensive because naturally sourced chemicals from natural products is again a very limited there is a limited supply of that, and they are expensive because of the limited supply. So yes, we have that variety, but then that will again be very expensive for you guys. It's your choice. You want to spend and you want to pay for it, it's fine.
See, another thing in natural extracts and natural flavors, something like, if I give an example of cardamom today. Now we have a cardamom extract, but we've kind of discontinued it because the prices of cardamom have shot up so much. So the earlier what extract was costing us, about 7,000-8,000 rupees. Now the price of cardamom is so high that the extract prices become 30, 35, 40,000 rupees. So suddenly when we do this, either we have to increase prices accordingly, and industry can never take such a big jump of this kind of price rise and everything. So a lot of these things have to be taken into account when you deal when you are making goods.
So you could share the screen if
Yeah.
you want now. So we are sharing the screen of the PPT that was in continuation. Yeah. And please keep all the questions that you have with us noted down, and we will be answering to all those questions.
Okay. Now, why to use flavors? So first thing is using of flavors is standardization of your product. You would want your product to taste the same over period of time. Every time when you come out with that product, it has to taste the same. So that can be done by addition of flavors, because even if you're adding, we're not telling you to replace it with a natural product, but seasonally, sometimes if you're doing strawberry, within the season you're getting very good strawberries, but end of the season, beginning of the season, the flavor is not really good. So by addition of a little flavor, you can have a uniform taste throughout your the product.
And secondly, it is never advised to replace.
Yes.
Please do not try to replace unless there is a product where you cannot put the actual product, like actual juice of a product. Like there are some marshmallows and stuff like that, which wherein you cannot put the actual juice of the product there. Yeah, you have to replace. There is no other option because that is, you're just flavoring it. But otherwise, you must definitely put the actual product in it, and then to enhance that. Like suppose you put strawberry or orange or something in your cakes and desserts, you put the actual fruit in it, and then you add the smell, the flavor loss that is there while cutting, while heating, of the natural product that you've used, that will be added back in a way that the smell comes back into your food. Okay, so that's the reason why flavors are very important to put in all your products, along with, yeah, of course, the standardization that Gurneesh has just pointed out.
Yeah, and
And every time your strawberry souffle or strawberry whatever some mousse that you make, it tastes the same. It does not depend on the today that the strawberry is a little raw and green, and the other time the strawberry is like ripe and juicy. So it does not depend on that. Every time you use your strawberry and you add a little bit of flavor in it, it will be standardized. That same taste will go to your customer every time.
Great. So this was a presentation.
Stop share.
Yeah.
So this is what we wanted to firstly explain to you. Then next, what we'd like to say is a lot of people do not understand how many products and what products we do. So a short clipping of the category of our products, and then we will take up your questions. So Gurnesh, if you can put the picture of all the series that we have.
One second.
So we have basically, we started with the oil soluble uh, range for our home baker segment. We do not do water soluble for our home baker segment. We do only oil soluble, because not that we are industrially water soluble is the one that works more. We started with the home baker segment with oil soluble because we don't want people to buy 10 types of different flavors, like aaj chocolate mein dalna hai, so they have to do what, oil soluble. And if they have to put in cake, then water bhi chalta hai and oil bhi chalta hai. So I don't want that everybody should have 10 types of flavors. So it is a standardized product which you can use in chocolates, desserts, cakes, any kind of ice creams. Most of the products you can do with oil soluble, except for, I would say, mocktails, very water based. Though I know a lot of people are doing mocktails with my product and they're very happy with it. But I we do not recommend, in the sense that if it works for you, fine, it's good. But normally oil and water don't mix well, so it might float on top unless it is like really churned and stuff like that. So yeah, only that is the limitation over here. Rest, you can put oil soluble in anything that you are making, even in your main course dishes. We've done this fabulous recipes collab where you've seen from soup starters to ice creams and yogurts, and everything has come made with this. Okay, so this is our range. The first picture that you can see, this is our regular series that we have been doing. This is oil soluble series. This has got 40 flavors in it. And then later on we introduce the premium segment, which will come in this kind of a bottle. I'll just show you the picture of that. So this is the premium segment that we have. This is the premium bottle and the premium bottle cover. And this again, I would make you understand, is like, suppose we have orange in the oil soluble and we have orange in premium. So the difference between both the oranges is that is a juicy, that is a normal orange note. Over here in the premium, the profiles are different. So we have the orange note along with the rind note in it, and a little more what do you say, a little more premium stuff has gone into it, like the solvent is MCT, which is a very premium product, and it is very expensive, so the pricing is different because of the raw materials that have gone into it. So plus this has higher concentration. This has got 2 years shelf life also there. So there are additional, and plus heat stability is much more, and you require to put it much less. Flavor profile is different. So this is the difference. Both are equal, both are nice. You can use either that series or this series, just that the flavor notes will be a little different from each other. Then we have this natural extract series, wherein these have 11 flavors right now in it, and these are mostly you'll see herbs in it, and you'll see some lavender floral note in that. Then you'll have orange and lemon in that, black pepper is there, saffron is there, cardamom is there. So these kind of flavors are there in this. We will be adding more in this very soon. This is again an extraction process that you put the actual product in this, and then you put a solvent on it. So and that solvent absorbs the flavor of the natural product. Okay, this is 100% natural. And then we have a natural flavor series. So again, these are flavors. These are not extracts. These are flavors. And these are again compositions, chemical compositions. But the chemicals that have been used to make these are 100% naturally sourced chemicals. So they are extracted out of the plants and occur in nature. So those are the products that we use in the natural flavors. So there is a difference between natural flavor and natural extract. So this series also, we have 4 flavors right now, and since it is expensive and procurement is also expensive, so we increase it as and when the demand grows for it. So this was the short the presentation that we wanted to do, and now we can take up all your questions. Anuradha, if you are there, and if there are any questions that people want to know from us, and we are ready to answer.
Yes. Thank you so much. And, it was wonderfully presented. And also, I must mention that you were the most, Fab Flavors was one of the most voted or sought after product when we conducted a survey as well. There are a few questions that's come on Facebook. I'll take that first from Wall Seas. My question is, when are your amazing products? I was lucky to get some at Bakery Business and test them. So amazing. Will come to Europe. We need things like that here. I've tried many of them like that, but nothing compared to yours. So any expansion plans that you have?
Yes, in fact, we were working on it when all these things happened. So the only thing is that, we are getting our inspection REACH. As you know, Europe has a REACH inspection. We have to be REACH compliant to sell into Europe. So once that is done, and the another problem would be getting a distributor out there. So I would suggest anyone who has a recommendation for us, the certifications and everything we'll do at our end here, but getting a stock point in Europe is the most important thing, because sending from India, a few bottles every time, the courier charges are very expensive. So if we can get a decent stock point for Europe and the US. So because US also, we were on the exercise to get the FDA clearance of a factory it was on the way. So
once this lockdown gets over, we will be definitely getting all the certifications to be able to sell over there. But then again, we would like, if there is any point where we can stock it there, that we need your help, guys. If you know anyone and if you are interested, do let us know, and we will definitely take it up from there.
Okay, brilliant. So the other bit is, like if people were to buy it online. So this question is from Kajal, from a Zoom viewer. Can all the products, are all the products available online, or any particular app or website?
Yes. So all the products are available online at bakingcart.com. So www.baking, baking cart.com, and everything is available there. And we have also just recently redone our website. Please go log on to our website. There you have all the city-wise dealer list also. So if you are finding it more comfortable to buy from your own shops around you, we have addresses and numbers of most of the people over there city wise, and also the online portal Baking Cart is also there. You could suppose you click on one of the products on my website, it will to buy now. So buy now option will take you straight to Baking Cart. So you could do that also.
From our website.
From our website also.
Yeah.
Okay, this question is from Asha Gupta. For chocolates, what are the essence available? I've tried but unable to source locally, and I'm from Hyderabad.
Sorry, chocolate. Did not get you properly, Anurag.
Chocolates. I think there are two questions that are typed out. So for chocolates, what are the essence available? That's probably the
first. For chocolates, you could use anything because they are all oil soluble. Whichever range you want to pick, our products are totally oil soluble except for saffron extract. The black bottle, the saffron extract is the only water soluble in the entire series. So whether you pick oil soluble or whether you pick premium oil soluble or extract series or the natural natural flavors, all are oil soluble. So you could use anything in your chocolates. They will not cease.
And for buying in Hyderabad, you can go to Shri Venkateshwara Agencies in Secunderabad or Baker Supermart in Hyderabad, or online at
And the addresses are there and numbers are there on the website. Please go there and check the name, number and everything over there.
Right.
Okay, and the next question is from a Facebook viewer, Vanshita Batla. What is the difference between chocolate oils and essence?
Okay.
So
I would like to point out that, you know,
a lot of names for
people call it a flavor, people call it extract, people call it a essence. So when we talk about essence or flavor, we are generally talking about the same thing. And when we talk about a chocolate oil, we are talking about basically an oil soluble chocolate flavor or a chocolate essence. So an extract, like I told earlier in my presentation, when we call it a natural extract, it has to be from the named, herb or the flower or
so
the
very
plant.
very simply, if I will put it in the home baker language, I'm sorry, Gurnesh will be a little more technical, I'll be a little more home baker language. Very sometimes I read people writing extract and flavor in the interchangeably, and it's fine. A lot of people write it like that, and it's fine. But if you see the technical way, then flavor is different from extract. Extract is an extraction process. So that is why the products that are extracted from a natural product are called extracts. So a flavor cannot interchangeably be called extract. But yeah, we face that a lot by very prominent bakers also. That's how the practices in there in around the world, that people call extract and flavor, but flavor and essence is more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
Extract is another process. So extracts are a little different from the flavors. Okay, I hope that is clear enough.
Yes, and I think there are a few questions on Apurva premium. Apura, sorry.
Yeah.
Apura premium spread from FAB. If you could explain those flavors and shelf life, what's the difference between those?
And before we leave FAB and go to Apura, I just wanted to make one more point which I forgot, because Evaporex is one thing that we are repeatedly talking about, and we get so many queries, so many questions on that. Guys, Evaporex is isopropyl alcohol, and we have some additives along with that. Okay. See, there are things like, people are saying it's written alcohol over there, so it is alcohol. How is it halal certified? It can't be halal certified. I recently got a query from one of my very sweet baker friends, जिनके YouTube channel पे somebody had said कि how can you write it is halal, and this is a disinfectant. And so guys, listen, yes, because everybody's today nowadays using hand sanitizers, everybody's become aware that IPA is used in hand sanitizers. But all kinds of alcohols are basically a disinfectant. आप ethyl alcohol भी आप जो the one that we drink, the one that goes into liquor, that also is a kind of a disinfectant also. When you have a wound or something and nothing is available, you do see those movies and all where people throw alcohol on. So that is also a disinfectant. Alcohols have that property in them to be a disinfectant also. Does not mean we are making you have disinfectant, So आप alcohol वो भी तो पीते हो ना आप, you are drinking that also, right? So there are multiple uses of IPA. Firstly, then the product that Evaporex is not 100% IPA. There is another additive also in it, because only if you use only IPA, the colors will split.
Yeah.
So brown will have three tones like a green, and 2-3 colors will split in it. Black will split. A lot of colors split. So when we make Evaporex, it's got IPA and other additives, which is our personal. We cannot share the formulation, but please be assured it is halal certified. You can go on the Fab Flavours page. There is a big certificate on the pinned post. Please read it. It is halal certified. All our products are halal certified and non-alcoholic. And rest assured that it is edible.
Also, and when you use Evaporex while painting and all, you would notice it just evaporates after some time. It dries quickly, it evaporates. So hardly any amount is getting into your systems also, and which is well below the permissible
So
amount
nobody's
of
saying drink
it like this.
Like take a glass of it and drink it.
You
So
can't even
obviously-
drink a flavor like this.
So you cannot do that. So that of course is harmful.
So-
but then in smaller quantities, it is.
So
nothing,
I'm
there's no
sure if you
issue.
have 2-3 bottles of alcohol straight away, or you have a neat ethyl alcohol also, you would be hospitalized and get.
So now coming to
I
Apura.
don't think anybody would have explained it beautifully.
Yeah.
Examples and yeah, thank you.
I have been doing that for 2-3 years now, so very well practiced on writing all the material over there. So I just wanted it out as many people could see this.
Say this.
And secondly, now coming to Apura.
So what are the
Apura is our new product that has been launched in November. This is a very special company that we have formed with Mayank Ratnani of Madhav Enterprises. Everybody knows Mayank. And he also owns the Baking Cart portal, the online portal where Fab sells also. And along with him, we have Sharon. This was originally a Sharon product, and it was formulated by Deep Mongia. And when we tied up, 3 of us as partners, we tied up and made this new company, Apura. So we changed a lot of formulations for the existing Sharon range. A lot of people who've used Sharon have also come back to us and asked us, there are a lot of changes that have happened there because and for the better. They've also liked the new product more. So we have Sharon was a little more seeing the commercial aspect and keeping the pricing a certain level over there because it was a little more matching to the commercial products. But with Apura, when we came into the fray, we wanted to do something for the home bakers also. So we changed the profile and made it a little more premium. And that is why the product that you have is like a spread.
Added more naturals to it also.
Yeah,
Which
the spread that we have over there is like Nutella, something like what you have in Nutella. So we have palm kernel oil. Then we have some, if it is a fruit flavor, then we have the actual dried fruit powders, the spray dried fruit powder. So suppose it is strawberry, then we have strawberry spray dried fruit powder in it. Along with that, we have a little bit of milk solids that you call.
Right.
Then we have sugar in it, and then we have stabilizing agents. Okay. So suppose we're doing a hazelnut spread, then it will have actual hazelnut paste also of the natural paste, along with all the others that I've just said to you. So the fruit ones will have fruits, fruit powders. The other ones like a ras malai will have all the spices. So they mix the spices ka jo mix hota hai, and thandai will have the thandai mix. So when you taste it, you will not just feel ki flavor and oil and fat or wo dal ke sugar dal ke aapne khila diya. So it will not taste like that. It has a very good mouth feel also. You can actually feel that you're eating
like we've added
a
in
product.
rasmalai, we've added some nuts also along with it, which are
and this you can use in your bakes. We have done experiments like you can swirl it in your brownie or in your cake batter and bake it. It is heat stable. Firstly, you can put it in your milk. You can put it in your shakes like milkshakes and stuff. You can put it in your yogurts. You can use it in your
dips.
icings. You could make. We've tried it with ganache. We've tried it with cream. We've tried it with cream cheese. We've tried it with buttercream. Then you can make dips with it. We have pani puri and natkhat chatpat for dips. They have done very well. Then you can also make you can just pour it on your entremets, like you can just do a like you put a caramel drizzle or something like that. The same way you can drizzle this on your cakes, like a rasmalai one. It's loaded with nuts. So we have pastes which have different textures. So a French biscuit will have bits of biscuit in it. Some pastes that are fruit flavored based, they don't have bits of fruit, but they have fruit powder. Then we have rasmalai and kesar mastani, which have dry fruits in it. So it is loaded with dry fruits in it. So we have tried to give you different textures also. So that सारे कोई paste नहीं लगे आपको. सबका एक different अपना character है. I hope that was clear enough.
Yeah. So now questions about Apura.
I mean, a very random question from Tanushri Kaushik from Facebook. So if you order now, is Bakery Cart delivering? Do you know if they're delivering?
No, I think most of the courier services are not delivering right now, but could open up after the 20th. So you can order from Baking Cart or you can order from Baking Cart, and once the courier services start, I think then the deliveries should start, because right now they're only doing essentials, medicines or any other essentials.
Yeah.
So after 20th, whatever the situation is,
we do not do any selling ourselves. So it will all depend on the vendors and how much they are able to be able to send it across.
Okay. Next question from Deepa. I'm not able to find the Alfonso mango flavor of late, and I'm addicted to it.
Baking Cart.
Baking Cart.
100% all stock will be available always at Baking Cart.
Okay. Next question is from Kannan. Where do you use orange blossom essence?
Orange blossom is a very floral note. I know there is a lot of people who like the name orange blossom and they pick it up and then they don't realize that it is not orange in smell. It is a very floral note. It is like a sweet flower of the oranges. Okay. So that mostly you use in Middle Eastern desserts like baklavas and stuff. So a lot of people who make those Turkish sweets, and they make baklavas and Middle East, so they use essentially rose and orange blossom a lot. Zulekha would be a very good person to answer this, because Zulekha is the person who asked us to make this. She was after our life to get this flavor out. Even Ritu Sudhakar,
right.
She's been after our lives, and she did also experiment in the beginning when we were making this flavor to tell us her feedback.
Okay.
So another word for orange blossom could be neroli also. So neroli and orange blossom are the.
If you read it up, you will figure it out, and it's very floral.
Yeah.
So don't wait for the citrus smell to come from it. It
It's
will not happen.
Citrus. Basically,
it's very floral.
It's basically the flower before it becomes the fruit.
Well explained.
Yeah.
And the next question is from Priya Seth. What would be better, vanilla extract or vanilla essence to use in cakes?
Up to you. Your choice. I mean, I would say it's your choice. Vanilla extract is natural. Flavor is a flavor. The only thing that difference would be that you would use a much lesser quantity of a flavor than you would use of an extract. But
again, extraction is a process where the juice, the flavor is going to be absorbed by the solvent which has gone into it. The solvent could be an alcoholic solvent or a non-alcoholic. So sometimes people make homemade extracts. So firstly, it will depend on the vanilla bean that you have. If you're making it, on your own, or if you're identifying which vanilla extract to buy, so it depends from company to company. So, and the procurement of vanilla bean, with what kind of vanilla bean has gone into it. Firstly, then it could be it could be an alcoholic extraction, which is mostly what people do abroad. In India, I think mostly non-alcoholic.
All spring.
मिल रहे हैं. And then उसमें से जितना वो extraction उसमें हो पाएगा, sometimes the quality is such that वो extract कम smell करता है rather than the flavor. So flavor शायद थोड़ा कम डालेगा और extract थोड़ा शायद ज़्यादा डालेगा, depending on every batch of the or every company, I would say,
Company,
of the not every batch but every company. Batch
company would standardize the
batch
product.
company standardize करके देती है.
So,
Okay.
so it's again, I would say it's your choice. You want to.
But both are equally good, yeah.
Yeah,
There is no issue
there's
either
no
way.
issue.
It's your choice.
Both are safe to use.
Mm. So the next question is from Rupal, a Facebook viewer. The spreads you've explained, will it be used as filling?
Yes.
Yes, you can fill your chocolates also. We've done chocolate ke beech mein chocolate centers that you make. So you make a shell and you put the Apura chocolate center. We have also started a YouTube channel. I'm sorry, I have not publicized it right now because we are still working on the videos. In fact, usme, the first video that is going to be out is going to be Zulekha's showing the shelled chocolate ke andar Apura ka filling. We will be just releasing it very, very shortly.
Yeah, there are a couple of people asking about, how can I have demos and workshops? Can we share some videos on how to use Apura products? So yeah, I think that YouTube channel would be very helpful.
Yes, we are working on it. Just that the process, because we have had a lot of live shows with Apura and Fab. So what happens is the noise is the issue, and sometimes we are talking in Hindi, English, all languages. So the subtitles and stuff like those kind of technical details that are happening, because of which there is a delay in putting the videos. We have started the YouTube channel. We have not publicized it, but it is already on. We will be we are accumulating 5-7 videos so that we put one at a time, so all of you can see. We've also started a new group just yesterday night, and there again we will be talking and we will be sharing a lot of tips, and we'll be doing a lot of we'll be putting videos and stuff, and a lot of knowledge will be shared in that group. So it's, if you would like to join, that's an open invitation on Facebook. You can go and check on my Facebook, and you can join the group, and we'll be keeping you posted through this year.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they are asking about your YouTube channel name. So can I just suggest that they follow Fab?
Yeah, please.
Yes. And as and when it's announced, they can get to know about it. Right. And so if we haven't covered the shelf life of Apura, there's somebody asking, Shika.
9 months.
9 months.
9 months.
9 months. Okay.
No refrigeration required.
Yeah. Just scrolling down 1 second. Can we use Apura spread in cake batter?
Yes, you can. You can swirl it in your batter and you can bake it with it. We've already done that, and we've done live demos with it, and it comes out really nice.
Yeah, and we'll be posting those demos on our channel soon.
And again, another question from a Zoom viewer, Janki. Can we use Evaporex when ink of edible marker pen dries out?
Oh,
okay, please give it a try and let us know how it works.
we haven't tried it.
Looking forward to seeing the result of that. I'm sure you'll be able to use it, but I don't want to give a guaranteed answer on that one, but try it. I think it will.
Okay. The next question is from a Facebook viewer, Kannan. Can you quickly explain the different types of vanilla flavors and its applications?
Okay, so there we have a vanilla in the oil soluble series. Okay, and then we have butter vanilla and Madagascar vanilla, 2 vanillas in the premium series. So Madagascar vanilla would be like a natural vanilla, the normal vanilla smell that is there. And then we have the butter vanilla will have the buttery notes of vanilla
along with the vanilla.
Along with the vanilla in it. And then there is a natural vanilla in the natural series also. We do not have a vanilla extract for now, but we will be coming up with it very, very soon. Secondly, I would say, if you're talking about we have a lot of vanillas in water soluble, and I do not want to confuse my bakers here that is why we were trying to keep it away a little from, people who are not doing regular baking. But because we only sell the water soluble in minimum pack of 500 ml, it's a half-liter bottle. So people who are very regularly baking and who buy other brands, I do not want to take brand names here, but like Vanilla Excellent you guys buy, or Vanilla number 1 you buy of other companies. We have similar product in water soluble in half a liter bottles, which is available in a lot of with a lot of dealers there. So if you're asking me about those vanillas, okay, those please do not think that they will be as highly concentrated as the oil soluble series. Okay, you will have to put much more. Like you will have वो जो आपका पहले का हिसाब चलता था ना, 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoon, 2 चम्मच, मतलब depends on the vanilla that you're buying. Even ours, even Fab का भी आप buy करो, so that quality is very different. The water soluble quality is a very commercial quality. Okay. So there again, ours is also called, one is called vanilla number 1, which is comparable to another company's vanilla number 1, a little more concentrated than that. So you require a little less than what you use of the other company. Secondly, there is another vanilla, vanilla excellent that we give. Same matching to that other company. And then we have a creamy vanilla BC. Creamy vanilla BC. Yeah. So that you can explain, because I don't know much about the water soluble.
Actually made a special product for bakeries and home bakers. So it's slightly stronger than the number 1s and all, and it has a nice creamy notes with vanilla notes to it. So works really good in cakes and cookies and obviously for us, we sell that a lot to the candy people also.
Yeah. Okay. Again, going on to that vanilla essence. So there's this question from Sunanda, from a Zoom viewer. What's the difference between vanilla excellence and vanilla number 1?
Strength.
So what is stronger?
So number 1 is stronger. Vanilla excellent is so like I said, in commercial varieties we will be doing different vanillas for different price ranges and different customers.
Once you see the pricing, you can make out which is the one with the higher pricing will be stronger. Will you use lesser of that?
Yeah.
Will be a nicer quality. Yeah. I mean that's as simple as that. That's how the commercial vanillas work.
Right.
Yeah, and again, this it'll be available on Bakery Cart, I take it.
Yes, both these
on Baking Cart.
Baking Cart, they are available.
Baking Cart, BAKINGCART.
Baking Cart.
Yeah. So I'm just checking if we have any more questions. I think one last question from a Facebook viewer, from Mr. Roy. Can we use this essence for cooking?
Yes, you can use it. We have done, this, a lot of people have sent fabulous recipes collab. If you've seen, people have done main course dishes also, and you can, whenever you use any kind of flavor, whether it's ours or anybody's, just be careful that while it is on heat, while you're cooking it, don't put it then. Just take it off the heat once you're done, and then you put the flavor, and then you toss it up. So directly heat karoge to uska strength kam ho jayega. When you take it off heat and then you add it, there's no problem.
But if you're making a baked product,
yeah, baked mein to it is tried and tested. वो तो cake में जैसे जाता है. So if in your baked dishes, you can put it in for baking. There is no problem.
But direct, if you're making it in a,
I even know people who've done it, in the batters, and they've actually fried it also after that, and it's turned out fine. So I think it works very well there also. But then you'll have to, manipulate the quantity a little and put a little more.
Like what Hema does whenever she's cooking Thai, so she'll just add a little bit of lemongrass once it's done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, works.
Right. I think that brings us to the end of the session. However, I have seen few people asking for the Facebook group name. So would you mind sharing
Yes,
and
the
what
group
your
name is Fabulous Foodie Family. Fabulous Foodie Family. Please go on to Hema Chabra, my profile, or you could go on to Gurnesh Chabra's profile, or you could go on to Fab Flavors, Facebook profile. It's there everywhere. We have announced it publicly yesterday. It's on Insta also. The announcements are there. So you will find the name also there, and you will find the link also there. So you can just go on to the link and you can join.
Okay. And is there any upcoming stuff apart from the YouTube channel that the bakers can look out to? Anything that you want to mention?
For this year, we have already done the collab. I don't know how many of you have seen the magazine in the website. So if you want recipes, there are around 450 plus recipes done by 250 plus bakers, all known names from India and out of India also. So please go check out that the collaboration recipes. It's on my website. If you tap recipes, and if you there's a window that will open, and there it's written Fabulous Recipes Collab. You open that link. There is a magazine. You can shuffle the magazine and you can go through all categories from appetizers to cakes and desserts and chocolates, breads. Everything is over there. That is going to help you, and these are all tried and tested recipes for you guys to enjoy. So I think for a year, 450 plus recipes out there, plus the YouTube channel, which will be giving out more recipes to you,
and the group
that we are going to be making, which we've made.
So we
will be having some contests there, and we will be doing a lot of work over there, and we will be showcasing a lot of our bakers on our website also through that group, because we got multiple queries that how can we be a collaborator with you guys, and on the Fabulous Recipes collab. So the collab did not have now any space to put more people there, and it was already done and revealed by that time. So now if people want to showcase their stuff, we will have other channels to do it, and that's why this group has been formed. So guys, that is what is new, that is coming. Plus Apura ke liye we are developing a range of vegan, and we are developing a healthy range. We are developing 2 premium ranges in our Apura spreads. So again, like some people say that palm oil dala hua hai, it is
and sugar
dala hua hai usme, it is very full of calories and stuff like that. So we are going into a different category very soon. This lockdown has stopped our launch, but we will be trying our best to launch it by September this year. Most of the research is already done with it, and we are waiting for this to get over the lockdown, and we'll start on that. So the vegan range will be there. We'll have a small range of vegan to start with, and we'll have a small range of healthy, where we will be using like something like a almond oil base, and sugars, we'll be using maybe a palm sugar or a jaggery in some products. So we will be doing different products and different sugars for you guys. So that is what is going to be new this year.
Wow, that's looks like the whole year is going to be busy. Yeah, and guys, please do use the recipes. Do tag Hema ji and Gurnesh ji when you bake something. Share your creatives with them, and thank you for joining this show. It was a pleasure to have you both and to understand everything about flavors. It was really our pleasure to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Just before sign off, Anuradha, one short thing that I would like to say is that thank you guys for all of you for joining us here. But in any case, some people who've not been able to join us today and are watching this later, or some people who would like to connect with us, we are always there. You can directly send a message to us on Messenger, on my WhatsApp, on my Facebook accounts, anywhere. We will try to answer your personal queries. There is no issue on that. Please don't hold back, and you can ask us anything.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. And any further questions, because this video is posted, I would kindly request, whenever possible, just go through the questions. If you haven't answered here, then you can take it up offline. Yeah. And tomorrow's session for the audience is about hair and clothes for a figurine by Archana Mascarenas. Please do join. And like I always mention, we are raising funds for the PM's fund. Please do feel to contribute however little that you can. We will top up the amount. It's anyway for the needy. Any amount helps. Thank you so much. We're going to unmute everybody. So please do thank personally to both the brilliant couple. And yeah, 1 second. We've unmuted, so you can unmute yourself and thank them personally.
Thank you, ma'am.